Hello everyone, my name is True, and before we hop into today's video, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on today's video. Please consider taking a second to hit the like button if you enjoyed the content or hitting the dislike button if you don't. And while you're at it, if you are not already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's the best way to support me and it only takes one click. And with all of that being said, enjoy the video. You are now watching the True TCG. Alright, so in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the deck that took down the Liverpool Regionals. That is right, I'm pretty sure everyone's heard it by now. It plays 22 one-ofs. We're going to be taking a look at Robin Schultz's first place list of Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. And now I'm pretty sure all of you guys are wondering, how in the world did Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX take down Liverpool Regionals when literally a bunch of people were playing Mew VMAX, which directly counters it? Well, as you can probably tell by the list, and I'm pretty sure many of you guys have seen the list, we play plenty of answers to Mew VMAX. And now for those of you who do not know, Tord Reklev actually created this list at, I believe, 3 AM, threw it together, showed it to the Limitless guys, and they loved it, and they played it at the region. It was a really entertaining story. So the general core behind this deck is, I'm pretty sure everyone's seen it, pretty traditional. We play the Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX, play the Drizzile engine, as well as a couple of quick shootings and shady dealings, but we are also playing a couple of dark types. That's why we're playing Galarian Moltres to help us close out games with that malevolent charge ability. You can charge up Fiery Wrath really quickly and go in for a solid 220 damage against anything, or even 270 if your opponent's taken 5 prize cards. We also do play one of Hoopa to soften a couple of things up for 1-hit KOs. At least that's what I think it's for. I haven't actually played with this deck quite yet, so this will be quite the entertaining video. The key card in this deck is Medicham V with the attack Yoga Loop, which allows us to essentially take a knockout on a Genesect V. So our game plan against Mew VMAX, go with that G-Max Rapid Flow with Passimian and the Telescopic Sight attached to Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX for 180 on 2 Genesects. Go for that Yoga Loop, KO a Genesect, and then use Quick Shooting to KO a Genesect, and find some way to take the last KO on a Mew VMAX, maybe with Galarian Moltres, or maybe just find a KO on another Genesect or something like that. We are also playing one of Remoraid, one of Octillery to find an easier way to search out our key core pieces for attacking. I'm pretty sure you guys already know the supporter line. Yes, we are playing one of each supporter. Actually, we're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One of 9 supporters, which is absolutely insane. Play one of Bird Keeper, one Boss, one Cheryl, which is an interesting decision. Can help us survive an attack from, let's say an RCS VMAX hits into our Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. Just Cheryl, easy. And and we also do play one of Cynthia's Ambition, which is a pretty solid card to have in this deck. And it's also really effective with Drizzile, because once one of our Pokemon are KO'd, we can just Drizzile, search out Cynthia's Ambition super easily, and draw 8 cards, or up to 8 cards, which is pretty nice. One of Clara, definitely a pretty interesting decision. One of Peonia, obviously if we prize our one of, we want a 50% chance of getting them back, which is what Peonia is for. We play one of Raihan, one Sonia, one Zinnia's Resolve, all really interesting choices to help us draw cards. And in all honesty, I feel like if you wanted to build this deck, but maybe add some more consistent supporters like Marnie or Research and not one of counts, I mean, you probably could and have the deck work for you, but we're sticking with the first place list. Yeah, that's really all I have to say for the deck. Let's go hop into some games and hopefully not make a fool of ourselves. Alright, so hopping into our first game here against M. Kirby with the absolutely broken Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX deck. So we do lose the coin flip, unfortunately, but and our opponent opts to go first. So that's not the greatest. The starting hand's also not the greatest by any means, but it's not the end of the world. We play a lot of Scoop Up Nets, have a lot of outs to Sobbles right now, so not the worst hand ever, to say the least. And it looks like we are actually up against Jolteon, which is a fantastic matchup because we can 1-hit KO Jolteon really easily, so this will be a pretty fun game for us. So our opponent's got the Sobble start. They have another Sobble to work with. And yeah, let's see what they've got. Do they have a Jolteon V? Do they have a Quick Ball, an energy attachment, maybe an elemental badge? They've got the capture energy, so they've got the Jolteon to work with here. There's the elemental badge as well, so they're getting pretty set up. And our opponent's gonna pass over to us. So pretty good start from our opponent here. Let's play the Remoraid down. Let's play the Level Ball. Probably gonna get out a Sobble, I think. Feels very, very good to me. What did we prize? Did we prize any Scoop Up Nets? We prized 2 Scoop Up Nets here. So we could Peonia this turn theoretically. Not too sure how strong Peonia actually is though. So, let's see. So Sobble, yeah, we're gonna grab the Sobble here. Let's bench the Sobble. I feel like we just kind of have to go for Peonia. Hopefully see a Scoop Up Net so we can attach Rapid Strike Energy to Sobble, and then maybe go for a Keep Calling. I think that's probably the best way to make. So let's go for the Peonia here. Let's take 1, 2, 3 prize cards. Let's see what there's a Scoop Up Net. That's fantastic. Evolution Incense, pretty good. Okay, so we can prize one of these pretty safely. Probably toss Clara in for now, and we can remember the order of the prize cards actually, which is pretty convenient for us. And we can prize, don't really want to toss in any of these now. So we can probably throw in the Inteleon, and probably prioritize taking that. So I like doing that. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm being a little strategic. So I think the order is 1, 2, 3, 3 being the Inteleon. So we want to remember to take that. And yeah, let's Scoop Up Net the active Galarian Moltres and just go for that Keep Calling. And I feel like that's probably our best call to make. We could Level Ball, but I feel like I want to hold on to that for Drizzile next turn. So yeah, let's attach to the active Sobble here, go for that Keep Calling, and hopefully our opponent doesn't get terribly set up, I guess is our hope. So let's go for, I think these are probably the best choices to make. I mean, Passimian's not terribly useful, so yeah, let's just go for these for now and go from there. We have a really solid setup going for us right now. Next turn we have access to Bird Keeper, which is fantastic. So yeah, we have a lot of things going for us next turn, which is really good. So yeah, let's see what our opponent's got. See if they find the attack. If they do find the attack, it's not the end of the world by any means. I mean, we have access to Octillery, we have access to Drizzile, we have a lot of options going for us. So next turn, our optimal play lined up is to find the KO on the Jolteon VMAX, which can be done pretty easily with that, with the Gale Thrust. So let's see, our opponent's probably going to attach. If they have a Zigzagoon, they can ping our Rapid Strike Urshifu V. They could actually go for Marnie as well, which would really stink. I mean, we have the perfect lineup for the KO, but I wouldn't be surprised one bit since on ladder, you usually get Marnied whenever you don't want to, and when you want to get Marnied, you don't. So our opponent's got the Energy Search. They get the Lightning Energy, which is fine. As expected, they're going to find the attack. There's a Level Ball. So I'm really hoping our opponent here goes for the Research. They get the Zigzagoon out. They're going to ping our benched Urshifu for sure. As expected, and there's the Max Thunder Rumble. So yeah, okay, things are really looking up for us. We've got the KO set up. So yeah, let's promote the Sobble here. Got the Evolution Incense. Yeah, we've got everything we need for the KO. So let's Evolution Incense, go for that. Let's go for the Octillery here, and then I believe with the Drizzile we can search out an Energy Search, grab a Fighting Energy, go for the Bird Keeper, and we've got the KO. Perfect. So let's do that here. Gonna use Rapid Strike Search now to guarantee that I don't forget to evolve. So let's go for that Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX now, and now we're gonna Level Ball. We could also go for Scoop Up Nets. Wait, no, we still need the Energy Search, so don't go for Scoop Up Net. So we got the Drizzile here. Yeah, I feel like our opponent's probably going to scoop now, because, I mean, at this point, they don't have another bench Jolteon V. They don't have any way to prevent the weakness, so we've got consecutive KOs on these Jolteon VMAXs, and they're really going to struggle. So let's go for that Energy Search here, find the Fighting Energy, and yeah, just get the KO, and things are just looking up from here. So let's Bird Keeper into the Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX, draw 3 cards. None of these really need to be played, I think, and could Pal Pad back in the Bird Keeper. But we could also hold that for next turn. Yeah, I feel like I could just hold that and just go for the Gale Thrust and get the KO. And we're gonna take the 3rd prize card. Make sure to grab that Inteleon, get that out back into the deck. That's not the Inteleon, so I'm not quite sure how the prizes are ordered. Would this be the Inteleon? No, not quite. Now I'm kind of confused. So it's 1, 2, 3. Would this be the Inteleon? It's not. So that's really weird. So does Pokemon shuffle the prize cards after we take them? Could have sworn that I placed the Inteleon in the 3rd prize card location, but yeah, there's the Marnie from our opponent, so now we don't have that Inteleon out, which is not great for us. We do still have a Drizzile out, which is pretty good. But yeah, that's really weird, and there's a concession from our opponent, so it didn't really matter. We got the dub, we got the KO on the Jolteon VMAX, and our opponent couldn't respond, and that's gonna do it for game 1 with the broken deck, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, so hopping into our next game here against El Bueno. Good luck to him or her. So we've got the coin flip call. Let's call tails, and we do win the coin flip, so I think I'm gonna opt to go first here. I feel like that's the best thing to do. Get the turn 1 attachment on the Rapid Strike Urshifu V. Obviously very, very good. And yeah, with the starting hand, we do have that available to us, which is fantastic. And with our opponent taking a mulligan, that's even better. So looks like we are up against Gengar VMAX. Gengar VMAX does happen to be weak to fighting, so definitely a very good matchup for us, I believe. And yeah, we are also going first, meaning we can pull off that turn 2 Gmax Rapid Flow on a couple of Houndooms, which is absolutely fantastic. So let's see the 2 mulligans here. There's a Rapid Strike Urshifu V, great. Yeah, let's go from there. So, and our opponent does start a Gengar V. So we do have the Snorlax play available to us as well, but I feel like just charging up the Rapid Strike Urshifu V and going for that turn 2 Gmax Rapid Flow seems really, really strong. So I think I'm going to commit to that here. Bench the Rapid Strike Urshifu V here, attach the Fighting Energy. I'm not quite sure. Our opponent could play Marnie. Maybe we want to attach the Rapid Strike Energy, then they could play Fan of Waves as well. I feel like I'm just going to risk it here. I'm not quite sure how many Gengar VMAX decks play Fan of Waves, so I'm going to commit the Rapid Strike Energy. This could be a misplay. I definitely acknowledge that for sure, but I feel like it's probably just the best play to make. So let's quick ball away this Energy Search. We already have an Energy in hand, plus we have another one in deck, I believe. No, we actually priced the other one, which sucks. So if we get Marnied here, we're not going to have an out to it, so a little bit of a rough play on my part. But again, we didn't know that the Energy Search was priced, so really nothing could have really done to gain that knowledge besides playing that quick ball there. So let's go for another Sobble here, and I feel like we quick ball, could quick ball away. We need a quick ball away something. Go for, does it have to be the Raihan? I feel like it does. Yeah, just really important to hold on to that Fighting Energy. Also, we do have Pal Pad in deck, so it's not quite the end of the world by any means. Yeah, what's really cool about playing Pal Pad is that you can combo it with Drizzile and even get out the Raihan even when it's in the discard pile. So really strong choice from Tord Reckless for sure. Let's go for this Remoraid here. I feel like it's the strongest play to make. Yeah, so let's go for that. And yeah, let's pass over to our opponent. We've got a pretty solid line of play going for us next turn. We've got the Gmax Rapid Flow set up. If our opponent doesn't Marnie us for say, or Fan of Waves, get rid of the the Rapid Strike Energy, which would be really annoying. But I'm taking the bet that our opponent hopefully doesn't play that. So our opponent's got the Choice Belt, got the Hiding Dark Energy, so they can move into the Houndour, but again, that doesn't seem that great of an option for our opponent. I'd imagine they probably go into a Crobat V. They get rid of a Marnie. Interesting, so that's good for us. They probably don't want to Marnie us. Considering the fact that we have a 3-card hand, they probably don't want to give us more cards, but I did get rid of a Raihan, which is a pretty crucial piece in my opinion, so they probably have some information as to how my hand looks, which is pretty strong. So, and our opponent's going to move into another Gengar V, probably hit us with the pass, yep, as expected, and we've got the Level Ball. Okay, so we need to sequence this correctly. So I'm really tempted to Boss's Orders, bring up this Gengar VKO. Is that possible? So we can go for the Level Ball, go for a Drizzile, go for a Scoop Up Net into this. We could attach, and then we could do the Sobble again, go for a Boss's. I feel like we can actually do that, which would be a super strong play. So see if the Boss's Orders is in deck. If it's not, it's going to be unfortunate, but it is fortunately for us available. I also have 2 Scoop Up Nets, so we did prize 2 Scoop Up Nets. Kind of sucks, but it's perfectly fine. So let's go for the Drizzile here. Let's play the Evolution Incense. I believe we can grab out the Octillery and then grab out the Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. Always want to sequence that correctly. So let's go for the Octillery. Let's go for Rapid Strike Search. Let's grab out the Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. And there's the concession from our opponent. So I guess they had some knowledge that we would have had the KO, but even had our opponent not scooped, we still would have had a really strong line of play by bossing up the bench Gengar V, taking K on it in the Houndour, and we would have completely set our opponent behind. And that's going to do it for the games with the Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX deck. I feel like I really showcased the power of it in the very few games that we had. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, remember to have a good day, stay safe, and peace out.